One of the very first moves people learn when stepping into acrobatics is the cartwheel. And it makes sense. It's straightforward, relatively easy to pick up, and it already looks impressive. But a regular cartwheel is really just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath that simple movement lies an entire universe of variations, directions and shapes. And exactly in this video I want to show you 4 ways to upgrade your cartwheel, gradually moving from simple ideas to more complex variations. Now if you're completely new to acrobatics and just want to dabble a bit, take this video as inspiration. But start with a clean, comfortable basic cartwheel. I've linked a full breakdown of the regular cartwheel that walks you through the foundation step by step. And if you're already a bit further down the acro road, then treat this as an exploration. See how far you can take those ideas, how they connect and where your own variations start to appear. Also, if you want a clear overview of how these progressions connect, you can download a free cartwheel roadmap in the pinned comment and in the video description. It's a simple guide that shows the main steps and directions you can explore as you progress. So with that said, let's start by bending the cartwheel in space. First, once your basic cartwheel feels solid, start playing with direction. Instead of traveling in one straight line, start curving the pathway and let it become circular. Think less A to B and more around. Because then, suddenly the cartwheel stops feeling like a single action and starts becoming part of a larger flow. Practically speaking, we can start with a slow and circular cartwheel. It is not a high cartwheel as you can see, but very low and around yourself. Try to land on your landing leg and perform half a turn or half a pivot. The more you practice, the more you find that you not get dizzy. At first, take it easy and simple. And then if you feel ready for this one, you can also try to take it more into a vertical cartwheel with a little bit of a spin. Another great one is the snake cartwheel, where you perform an entry into a low cartwheel, but then directly take a step through and finish again with a bit of a pivoting motion. Again, perform it low and slow and circular, and then you'll soon have another great variation to put into some flows. The last one is the screw cartwheel, and for this one, I simply ask you to repeat the clip a couple times and learn it just like that. Once you start feeling comfortable moving your cartwheel through space, the next natural step is to reduce support. Moving from 2 hands to 1 arm is one of those classic progressions in acrobatics. Not because it looks flashy, but because it builds something much more valuable: strength, control, and trust in your body. And at the same time, it opens the door to many beautiful variations later on. So now, let's begin by exploring smaller, lower 1-arm cartwheels and only then move to the full skill. So, without wasting any more time, let's start again with the slow and circular cartwheel around yourself, this time using just 1 hand. I know, it feels very scary at first, but once you realize you can really take it low and slow, it's very accessible. Only with time, try to swing it higher and higher. And my proposition, as you can see here, don't just swing your leg up and let it drop down, but swing it up and directly swing it down again. It is like an anchor. Like I'm showing here, you can also go into a 2-arm cartwheel and in the air let go of one of your hands. But honestly speaking, for most people, it will be much easier to simply go for the low and circular approach I was showing before. Now, if you're interested in the 1-arm cartwheel and you need more tips because this one simply feels too scary, click up here and you'll be taken to the full 1-arm cartwheel breakdown. From here, let's move on to the most visually captivating families of cartwheel variations: arching movements. That open, expansive shape is often what draws people into acrobatics in the first place. There is something about the body opening towards the sky, creating that sweeping curve that feels both powerful and graceful at the same time. But beyond the aesthetics, these arching cartwheels are incredibly important structurally. They form the foundation for a huge number of other movements across acrobatics and capoeira. Many well-known skills grow out of this family of shapes. Movements like the forward cartwheel, reversal, MP, helicopter cartwheels, and even the gambi. So in a way, learning to move comfortably through this arching pattern is like unlocking a central branch of the acrobatic movement tree. Before anything else, we need to figure out this bridging exit. So again, the slow and circular wheel, and try to land in this nice triangle or one arm bridge position on the balls of your feet, and already trying to shift more weight into your legs. Low and circular, twist open your hips, keep them as high as you can, and catch yourself in this one arm bridge position. Now, once you understand this, we need to build some leg strength in order to fully stand up. This one is quite knee and quad dominant, so start by squatting down just a little bit in order to get used to this weird strength. The more you go into acrobatics, the more you need it, so it really makes sense to directly start practicing. And like always, range has to be earned. Start higher and with time progress lower until you can do it even from the floor. Take a look at my hands. The swiping motion helps your legs in order to stand up much easier. And then it's really just a matter of putting all of the pieces together. Land in the slow and circular cartwheel and directly take it up to standing. Finally, we arrive at the most creative stage, what I like to call Frankenstein cartwheels. This is where movements start blending together. Instead of performing isolated skills, you begin stitching different pieces into new hybrids. Unexpected combinations that create their own character. Researching this stage takes time, because it's not just about knowing individual moves, it's really about understanding the subtle details that connect them. How weight shifts from one point to another, how movement can be stopped and redirected, how to land with control and flow straight into the next action. When all of these pieces start clicking together, the cartwheel stops being a fixed movement entirely. It becomes something modular, something you can reshape endlessly. So let's take a look at some of them. For the first one, you need to be able to hold a handstand for at least 1 or 2 seconds, because now we try to stop a cartwheel with a handstand. The easiest way, I think, is to not directly go into a cartwheel, but keep your arms a little bit more straight like a handstand, and only then work more towards a cartwheel. Next up, the extra step wheel. Now for this one, we try to take an inside step while being in a cartwheel. Keep your legs together to make it more easy. And yeah, you need to watch this clip a couple more times in order to really figure it out. But once it clicks, you are left with a beautiful cartwheel variation that includes a leg switch and an arm switch as well. And you know what? Why not add this beautiful arch that we've built before? Landing, opening up, and standing up. And there you go, a very cool and relatively easy Frankenstein acrobatic. And yeah, this is just the beginning. The more you practice, the more variations you'll be able to find. So as you can see, the cartwheel has far more to offer than just a simple party trick. Of course, it's a cool skill to have, but more importantly, it quietly teaches the body some incredibly valuable things along the way. Strength in the shoulders and core, coordination across the whole body, balance, spatial awareness, and maybe most importantly, trust. Trust that you can place your weight onto your hands, move through space and land safely again. And the beautiful part is that you build all of that in a playful way. You explore, you experiment, you fall out of the things you love, and over time the body simply becomes stronger and more capable. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be able to throw cartwheels with your kids or even your grandkids. And if that's not a goal, right? Just like Johanna Kvass, who's still moving with incredible energy well into her later years. Proof that playful movement can stick with you for a lifetime. And if you'd like a clear path for exploring these cartwheels, then don't forget to download the free cartwheel roadmap in the pinned comment and the video description. Find many more acrobatic ideas in this playlist right here. Simply test them out and enjoy. Have a good one.